can't overstate how big this fight is for Conor McGregor, because McGregor burst upon the scene not just as a big mouth, right? Not just as a super charismatic superstar, but because he was winning, and he was winning impressively. He beat a lot of good fighters impressively. And when he did lose, it's, well, he's jumping up a weight class, taking a fight last minute, stuff like that, and then he'll have a rematch and win in a tough fight. He hasn't done that in a long time against a good opponent. It's been a long time. Now, you can hang around in a combat sport. There are examples of it in boxing and in MMA as a gate attraction who is still exciting, who can still compete, but doesn't win anymore.
1,000% agree with every single word that you just said. And if Conor McGregor is watching somewhere, I just want to let him know. Listen, I mean no disrespect to him, man. I'm just calling it like I see it. You know, listen, I respect all of those guys. I mean, you show up in that octagon, you put your life on the line. You understand? I got nothing but respect for these guys. And I can't say enough about the team that we have here at ESPN, including yourself, Max, you know, the Joe Rogans of the world, the Daniel Cormiers of the world, Chael Sonnen, Michael Bisping, Ariel Helwani, Brett Okamoto. I mean, all of these guys. I mean, we just got an A-team covering the UFC. And when I see people chronicle Conor McGregor, no one's disrespecting him. What we're saying is, you are box office, man. We know what we saw that led to you being box office. But now, if you keep losing, that, I mean, what does that say? You know, listen, he cannot lose this fight to Dustin Poirier, this trilogy. To attack your legs, they're going to grapple with you if necessary, because Conor McGregor, Max, comes across as if he's just a puncher now. And guess what? They're saying this ain't boxing. And so you got to do something. You got to find a way to get back to whatever it was that you had when you were winning all of those fights, even though primarily they were knockouts. You got to get something, man, because right now it's just becoming a sideshow. He can't continue losing like this. It's just not good. It's just not good. And I'm rooting for him because I think he's box office and great for the sport.
I think you hit the nail on the head. And it's not just like the worst part about it for McGregor, just in terms of what the fans are seeing, is once he's worn down a little bit, how is he losing? He's losing to guys punching him in his face, right? That was McGregor's game. McGregor has enormous natural talent as a striker. And it's not just natural. You got to work on it. I get it. But he's also, like, he's got long arms, and he's got a cagey defense, and he's got real power. It is more than that. And especially when they're wearing you down, and whether it's Habib or Poirier, they start flying your head with their hands at the end of the fight. It's a bad look for McGregor.
But Max, they're doing that after they're chopping him down. And what I'm saying is that
that's right. They're wearing him out.
It's almost seemed like they're hell bent on reminding him, this is the UFC. This is MMA. This ain't what you use to get a $100 million payday going in a boxing ring for an exhibition match. This is the real deal. And that's what they're reminding him of with how they're chopping him down before they. Remember, when he left the arena after losing to Dustin Poirier, he left the arena a little bit scarred, but he had to walk out with a cane. His legs were shot. That's why he ultimately got hit, because he took his legs out from under them. They're reminding him, you're supposed to be about MMA, the UFC. You haven't been about that, and we're going to show you that's a mistake. And that's what they're doing to him. He's got to figure it out.
Yeah, it's not, and I think to me, that's right. That's right. I'm not debating that part. What I'm saying is, to me, where you hit the nail on the head is the $100 million against Floyd. The late, great Marvin Hagler, the middleweight champion of the 80s, used to say, it's hard to get up at 5 in the morning and go running when you're sleeping in silk pajamas, right?
Yeah.
And the whole question with the payday against Floyd is how that's going to affect you. Because, Stephen A., you could take it back to Rocky III, right? You can do the Apollo Creed speech. Yeah, I trained hard, but I didn't have that eye of the tiger. It's not, maybe it's an oversimplification. Does Conor still have the eye of the tiger? It's one thing to think you want it. It's another thing to need it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.